Hi everybody, Derek Anderson here at BizTech Solutions, bringing you another cybersecurity tip. This week I want to talk to you about how you can secure the data you have in the cloud. Let's face it, we've all got the data in the cloud in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just email in like Google Apps or Office 365, or using something like Dropbox, or some companies have full applications hosted in the cloud, maybe QuickBooks Online, or a hosted desktop environment where you can run all your software there. So a couple common misconceptions is that since it's all in the cloud, you don't have to worry about protecting it, securing it, backing it up, things of that nature. There's a certain element of truth to that. Ultimately, the security of the data in the cloud is the responsibility of the cloud provider. However, there are things that you need to do on your end because some user error can actually compromise the data in the cloud. So you having the best practices in place to prevent that will help protect your data that's there. So what can you do? Three key things. Number one, make sure you have a really strong password to log into your cloud accounts. Something like password $123$. While it might meet the security requirements, is not a secure password, and a hacker could easily hack that. And the other side of that too is if your cloud provider offers multi-factor or two-factor authentication, you definitely want to do that, because if the password happens to get compromised, even if it is a complex password, an attacker will likely not be able to gain access to your cloud data because they won't have that other form of authentication. And just a quick reminder, multi-factor authentication is typically where you log in, put in your password, and then you get a code sent to your mobile device, or you do something with maybe a fingerprint or a retina scanner, something like that, that authenticates that it's you. So it's not just a password, it's your password plus something else. Okay, so tip number two, how do you secure your data further, is you have to secure the device you're using to access that data. That means your computer or your laptop that you're using needs to be properly maintained and secured. You got to keep it up to date with the security patches. You definitely want to have a really strong antivirus on that, and the network that you're on needs to have a very strong firewall as well. You also want to make sure you have a spam filter on your email to minimize the chances of some bad stuff getting into your inbox. And you definitely don't want to use a public computer or a computer that the kids are using or just isn't well protected to access that cloud data, because God forbid their system's already compromised and then you log into your cloud data and now you potentially have given access to somebody else. So definitely make sure the devices you use are properly secure to maintain. And then the last thing you can do to protect that data is back up that cloud data. That is something that's very common misconception that, oh, it's in the cloud, so it's all backed up. There might be some element of backup to it. You really want to check with your cloud provider to see what that is, but there's nothing wrong with manually backing up that data. Certain services exist out there for things like Office 365 and Google G Suite, where you can have a third-party cloud backup provider automatically back up all that data that's in the cloud. But some certain cloud options may require a manual backup, and you want to definitely do that periodically, just in case anything happens to their cloud environment, or there's any data corruption or compromise. You'll have a local copy for yourself to go back on. So that's your three big tips for securing your data in the cloud. Stay safe and stay vigilant out there, everybody.